1, 2, 3. Check the mic. Mic check. Sayapode. Sayapode is here. Where's my song? Where's my music here? So we can get the ball going. Where is my music? Welcome to Voice of SADO. Welcome. What's my music? I need my song. That's not what I want. What's my music? What happened to my music? Stop it. You start interrupting my music. The call. The woman calling me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with Doc Sayyapode, Esoteric, understood by the chosen few. We are happy to be here with you again to have a wonderful, wonderful conversation. Let me do a sound check over here to see whether it's okay. Let me do a sound check. All right, my sound is wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with Doc Sayyapode, Esoteric. Coming to you from, sorry guys, coming to you from the city of Prosper Park, Pennsylvania, and these United States of America. Welcome back, my king. Okay, thank you, baby. Thank you so much. We have been away for a little bit on an assessment tour. Yeah, but you know, before I get started here, let me do something here for you. Let me see quickly. I want to listen to something here before I get the ball rolling.
Prophet. Witchcraft behavior. Yeah, girl, witchcraft behavior.
What kind of behavior they get? Ain't that witchcraft behavior, right? Hold on, here.
So witchcraft behavior.
So witchcraft behavior.
Witchcraft behavior. Yeah, girl, witchcraft behavior. So witchcraft behavior. Witchcraft behavior. Yeah, girl, witchcraft behavior.
Yeah, the people then thought Doc Sayyapode was off the air. That witchcraft behavior.
So witchcraft behavior. Yeah, girl, witchcraft behavior. In the net and fan in the money para gladiator.
Yeah, the gladiator is here. I'm here to do what I know best.
That bad behavior. Puff pass, that one it did.
Yeah, just injustices in the community, and I can't go away where injustice is here.
Put it go. But I thought you said that your friend. Be your friend, man. Then you got in hot. Friend, para witchcraft behavior. Yeah, girl, witchcraft behavior.
What kind of behavior they get?
So witchcraft behavior. Witchcraft behavior. Yeah, girl, witchcraft behavior. So witchcraft behavior.
Yeah, you know, when you turn your back on the people, when you turn your back on education and you are building palava hearts. What kind of behavior is that?
Witchcraft behavior. Yeah, girl, witchcraft.
What kind of behavior they get? You know what? When you don't give people food, that's something that is not okay. When we'll give you 10,000 United States dollar to feed our people while the virus is raging and you don't feed our people. What kind of behavior is that?
Behavior. We see
them, we know them. That's why we came to us.
Yes, we see them, we know them, and that's why we are here to expose them.
Expose them, we see them, we know them. That's why we came to expose them. You don't know they on mission to tell you for your.
Yeah, they are here on mission. They thought we were away, you know. While Dark Sayopura was away a little bit, I saw some little mosquitoes flying all over the place. And we are here now. I am the mosquito eliminator. What's the other one? Exterminator.
Position, that one you call it bestly, and your biggest opposition. Don't mind all that faking. They in secret competition. They won't see your vision. They won't see your star. They won't be around you, juking finger in your eye. Eat your food and drink your liquor. They crucify you like Jesus.
Yeah, they want to crucify our community. They want to crucify our people that are grappling with poverty back home. And Dark Sayopura is not going to be quiet. We're going to behave here again.
Eat your food and drink your liquor. They crucify you like Jesus.
They get witchcraft behavior. So witchcraft behavior.
Yes, so witchcraft behavior. You know, how can you turn your back on your people in the middle of virus? How can you go in and account of the people and take $90,000 and you want us to be quiet? What kind of behavior is that?
Witchcraft behavior. They get witchcraft behavior.
Yes, we're going to use the justice system of the United States to carry them to court. You know what I'm saying? You can't take the people money and you beat your chest and you want us to be quiet. What kind of behavior they get?
So witchcraft behavior. Witchcraft behavior.
Yeah.
They get witchcraft behavior. So witchcraft behavior.
Yeah, that's also witchcraft behavior. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with Esoteric. Wonderful day. I'm happy to be here with you again. Now, before I get the show started here, as usual, I am going to say things that are outside according to borrow a word from Dr. Ray Higgins. I'm going to say things that are outside the circumference of your awareness. I am going to rock the boat. If possible, I'm going to flip the boat around. Because when the boat has problem, we can't sit in the boat. We have to critically assess the boat. We have to look everywhere around it to fix the problem. And a lot of the time we are afraid to shake the boat or to rock the boat. And so we're going to be in it and things are going wrong. All right. So we are here to rock the boat, to say things that are uncomfortable, but they are true. All right. That's how you put it. I'm here to give you the way I see the world, to give you evidence about things that I see, that I observe. I will tell you if things are wrong. I will tell you when things are right. I will come here and say it. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome to Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora. But there's something I have to do again before I get going. Real forget. There is something I must do here before I get going. And this is called. Let's see. This is called. I call this. The voices of USAA versus the voices of GGAMN. What is that? It's Green Code Geo Association in Minnesota. Okay, so let's listen to some voices here and see what is going on here.
politicians that we have gone ahead, spent $28,000. So if the money is not for him, why would you spend $28,000? So you see, you can have to come in the public setting and get one impression. You go in your war zone and do another thing. And that's why it's difficult to see that you are sincere with what is going on in this community. But they are talking regional administration. They are not people that should handle the money. Regional administration. They are not people that should handle the money. Regional administration. They are not people that should handle the money. Regional administration. They are not people that should handle the money. Regional administration. They are not people that should handle the money. That everything is power struggle. They know that. Political leadership power struggle. That everything is power struggle. They know that. Political leadership power struggle. That everything is power struggle. They know that. Political leadership power struggle.
Let me show you. I got another good audio here for you.
So that's very project because people are very concerned about the 90,000 that we have in our possession. And the project that we want to undertake because of 92,000 plus. Look at what we raised during our convention. We didn't have that money in our possession. And knowing that peace was on the table and the concern of the people was mainly the money, the safety and security of the money, I decided that I should meet with the president, other board members that were present, and executives, that we made some changes in the project. So,
all right, guys. All right, there you have it. Some voices here. Welcome to again. Welcome to Voices Sinoe in the Diaspora. I'm happy to be here with you. As always, let's begin the show this way. What we have for the beginning of the show here. All right, before I go into any explanation, I want to just get some announcements out of the way. All right. Once we get the announcement out of the way, we'll go into a little elaboration with respect to our brief absence. All right. So let's see again the president of our union, President Francess Clarke Myers. She has Taking Up Black program that is coming up, scheduled for next month, the 5th. February the 5th will be the Taking Up Black program for the national president. Her father passed away about a year ago, and she has been mourning. And so the president will be having a program. We just want to remind you, okay, is this the 5th of February, and the time 7 p.m. to 2 p.m. The details are all listed on the flyer there for you. We also want to let you know those that want to hold leadership position within the Delaware Valley chapter. The electoral committee commission was set up by the President Missing Torbor, and the guys sooner rather than later. The guidelines will be out there for you. So we just want to remind you, the electoral commission, the officials on the screen there for you. Mr. Harrison Youngford is the chairman, and other members include Reverend Jackson Kamor, Gertrude Goa, and Anthony Doe. Okay, so that's the commission. So don't forget. Damn, this person will burst my ear. All right, so you got to keep that information just to remind you. This Sunday, don't forget, it will be one of the hottest interview. We're calling political demigod. Lord Torbor will be my special guest this Sunday at 5 p.m. He has an opinion with respect to what is going on in the community within the United Sackor Association. And so being a prominent son of our community, Lord Torbor wants to give his view on things unfolding in our community. So he will be talking about a lot of things, the way forward, where he sees the organization within 5 to 10 years. So he's bringing a lot of things to the table. So you have to follow the show this Sunday at 5 p.m. This young man will be with us. All right. What else I wanted to put out for a reminder? Let me, as usual, let me depopulate my screen so I don't repeat certain information. Boom, I got that out of the way. Let's see. Okay, I got that. So again, another reminder too is the national inauguration. So the National Inaugural Ball is March the 5th, 2022 in Philadelphia. And so you don't want to miss that program as well. I think the convention, not convention, but the inaugural committee, the members are working hard, headed by Winnie Sackor. I think the communications will be out sooner rather than later. The invites. The ladies are working. They're doing a great job. And so March the 5th will be the inauguration of the national president of our union, Her Excellency President Francess Clarke Myers. So you don't want to miss the program. You must, I'm saying you must be in Philadelphia. You know, you don't want to, she inviting national officials to be here, a couple of them. They'll be here, national figures. The person that will be the guest speaker is a big fish, so to speak, metaphorically. All right, that's something I wanted to remind you of. Let's see. Let me take this one out of the way. Inauguration, that is out of the way. Let me just give you something quick here too. Just want to do a quick shout out to, sympathize, as you say, on our brother, Mr. Cesar Torbor is bereaved. Recently, it's a difficult thing to bury your child. It's a very, very difficult thing to bury your child. And so, Mr. Cesar Torbor, his 18-year-old son, passed away in Liberia. It's heart-wrenching to see your son. Yes, the little man right here. Yeah, bright. He looks, very handsome young man. And it's hard as a parent to be in the situation. And so our hearts go out to Mr. Cesar Torbor. He was the former National Planning Committee Chair on Mr. Geleo. This man right here, Mr. Torbor. All right, so Mr. Torbor, our sympathy to you is hard. Words cannot console you right now. It's very, very difficult. No parent wants to go through this. It's very, very difficult. So our sympathy from the office of the president and on behalf of the board of directors, the entire union who want to say have our sympathy, Mr. Cesar Torbor. All right. Again, I will repeat this over and over. We just don't agree on certain things, but I do not see anybody as an enemy in the community. If something happens, I will sympathize with you. If you have celebration, you hit me up. If I have the time, I'll come and celebrate with you. We just have a fundamental disagreement on how the community is going with respect to the leadership aspect of our community. That's why I have issue. Other than that, we are brothers and sisters. All right, so sir, take heart. All right, that's something I wanted to put out there. Now let me start with this right here. I call this assessment is over, and we now know who is in our corner. Recently, I wrote a post, and by the way, who knows what esoteric means? Who knows? I'll be quiet a little bit and tell me what it means. What is the meaning of esoteric? I'll break a second. I think by now I have defined that, and you should know by now. What does esoteric? What does it mean? I'm waiting a few seconds. Somebody to tell me. What is esoteric? When I call myself esoteric, what does it mean? ESOTERIC. Esoteric. Come on, somebody got to say something by now. What is esoteric? You don't know? You don't know what esoteric? Okay. If you don't know what esoteric means, it means understood by the chosen few. All right? Understood by the chosen few. You have to be in certain frame of mind. You have to be a particular thinker to understand the esoteric. And so I've been on the platform for a while. What I did, I haven't done it before. And there is a reason why I wrote the post the other day. I wrote the post because I want to know the people that are genuinely with me, that are genuinely on my side, that are supporters of mine. It's an assessment. When you do assessment, you examine, you do evaluation, you try to evaluate, try to appraise, do appraisal. I mean, to use the Ray Esther word, to know the value of things. So I did that to know, because there are a lot of fakers. There are people that pretend to be with you, but in reality, they are not with you. And so I did that post to see the people that are actually in my corner. And I want to say that I am grateful to the community. I mean, I could not hold my phone for a while. I literally left my phone home just so I'll be able to focus, because my phone was ringing off the hook. Yes, I had to go out with my woman, my wife, if you like. And we wanted to do the laundry. And so I literally left the phone home, and she was asking me, where's the phone? I said, I left the phone home. If I bring the phone with me, I wouldn't pay attention. I wouldn't help you out. So I literally left the phone home. And that's how it was. The members of the community, strangers, people that I've not talked to before, they were inboxing me. People were sending me text messages. Our mothers, our fathers, religious leaders, leaders, non-religious leaders or secular leaders, everybody calling Dark Sayopo the esoteric. And that shows that Dark Sayopo is doing something right. Now, there were people that called me that I can say for sure they were not genuine people. You know, there are people that say, let me just do it for the formality of it. But I know the authentic people, the mothers. There were people that wanted to call me, but they didn't have my number. And so they will call different person and say, what happened to Tasa? Why is he cutting the show? And so I am so happy to have such support, such strong and robust support of people or supporters in my corner, telling me, my son, you are doing the right thing. Keep it on. Some people might not agree with you, but everybody will not agree with you. And I want to say thank you so very much. It was an assessment. We have injustice. And in as much as there is injustice, Dark Sayopo is not going anywhere. I would be here, it would be failure on my part to start a program, to start something like this. And I do not train other people to continue it when I shall have left the scene. And that's the failure of many leaders across history. Like, for example, no sound. And that's the failure of many leaders. No, I think shaking it probably is from your end. Refresh your phone. Go back and refresh your device. My sound, guys, do you have sound problem on your side? Because I checked my device here and the sound seems to be good. All right, good. All right, so she said, so Shaky, the problem is from your end. All right, so as I was saying, leaders across history, the mistake they made, like for example, the NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, the mistake they made was they did not train people, or Dr. King, those people, he was the head of the civil rights movement here. He did not train other people. So when he left, the institution, it collapsed. And I don't want to make that mistake. And so before I leave the platform, I will have people that will be trained, that will continue the campaign for the liberation of ourselves, from ourselves. Because we ourselves put ourselves in prison, in bondage, economically and otherwise. Because some of us, we are so greedy to the point where we want to get everything to ourselves. And then we look at the masses to suffer. And so I will not make that mistake. People will be trained to carry on the legacy of Dr. Ayopude. This is the platform to replicate myself. As a leader, the ability to replicate yourself makes you a good leader. You should be preparing. The day I was asking my president the other day, I said, "Madam President, who are you preparing? Who are you mentoring right now to take over?" And that's the mistake a lot of leaders they make. They don't have mentor. They don't mentor people. By mentoring, I mean, if you're a leader, if you have any meeting, you go to international, anything that you know, you drill it in that people, in that person. And that's what I got respect for the religious leader called Jesus. Jesus came and trained 12 guys. I don't know why no woman, but that's another issue. But he trained, the man is gone. But still people are talking about Jesus every day because he trained people to maintain his idea, to continue his idea. The same thing with Muhammad. He trained people. The same thing with Tamil, or let you say Mandela. He trained, he's one of the best African leaders in history. When he came there after staying 27 years in prison, he got out. Immediately he started training Thabo Mbeki. And after one term, he turned things over to the next man. The same thing with Socrates. The man trained Plato. Plato trained Aristotle. Aristotle trained Alexander according to the barbarian. Other people say the great. The man who went around killing people and plundering is not great. But Aristotle trained to become Alexander the Greek. All right. So mentoring is the greater art of leadership. And so I'm here to build myself. And not just me when I leave and then the whole institution collapses. No, it has to stay. And so in as much as injustice is here, in as much as disrespect is here to the elders and everybody else, you have the voice of the people, the elders, to contend with. I'm not going anywhere. I am going to be here to morally vibrate to our people, like it or not. I will make some eyes red with the fact, with the truth, with the evidence. Some people will point finger at Dr. Ayopude and say, you know what? He is polarizing the community. He is dividing the community. You are obliged to say that. You are at liberty to say how you feel about Dr. Ayopude. That is not going to deter me until you do the right thing. No political abracadabra, no African abracadabra will keep this man called Dr. Ayopo there quiet until the right thing is done. That's my goal here. I do not want my children to go to the best school, eat the best food. They eat at as many times as they want. They have books available to them. And my brothers and sisters don't have similar opportunity. And then I'm here, I'm saying, you know what? I'm dancing on Facebook. I'm the best dancer. I'm not, you have me to contend with. So Sinoe County will be liberated. The United Sackor Association will be liberated. Liberia will be liberated. Africa will be liberated. I'm not going nowhere. I'm here to stay. If my mind agrees with me or not, I'm here to stay. If the man that brought me to the U.S., Honorable Matthew Zarzar, agrees with me or not, I'm here to stay. I got many religious leaders. My professor is here, Professor Jackson Kamo. Whether he agrees with me or not, I'm here to stay. After all, Socrates or Plato trained Aristotle. Aristotle disagreed with Plato. So the teachers taught me, my mentors taught me, but I would disagree with them if I have reason to do so. I will respect you, but I'll have my views. Those views will not be abandoned until you give me contrary compelling evidence to change course. And so I want to say thank you so much for those that called. For those that wanted to call me, but they don't have my number. Thank you to those that send me emails and text messages and inbox me on Facebook and WhatsApp. I appreciate all of your support. I got some good friends in my corner. And in the words of Malcolm X, I see some enemies as well. But those enemies, they strengthen me. They make me stronger. I need an opposition to reassess my position. Because if you have people that are always thinking hallelujah to you, you wouldn't know your blind spots. So I need those critics around. I need you to be around so I can grow from your criticism. I don't hate you as well. But I will tell you the truth. I will tell you the truth. It is not right to take oath of an organization. When you take an oath, you are telling us, you are giving us your words. And you say, you know what, I will not go against this. When you betray that, you undermine your integrity. And you have a problem with that. That's how you put it. We cannot agree as a body and say, send this to our people. And you go the contrary. And you want us to be quiet. No. The struggle is here. In the words of the progressives, in the cause of the people, the struggle continues. The struggle shall not end. We'll just make sure that every generation, right now, our generation, a lot of things are messed up. But our job, our obligation here is to fight for at least things to be a little better for the next generation. And then the next generation, they will go to work because of the training that we will give them. They will fight for the next generation to live better than them. And that's how we made the world a better place. So I want to say again, thank you so much for all of those that were crying, literally and metaphorically and otherwise. I mean, that's great. It feels good. It feels good to have such wonderful support system. Thank you so much. Now, let's go to something else here, something else. So we are here to stay. We are not going nowhere. All right, let me see. Let me go to this right here. Sally, 29 dead in the presence of God. Like I told you from the beginning, right? Like I told you from the beginning, I will say things that will be outside the scope of your paradigm. I'm not here to pander to anybody, to make anybody to feel good. I see the world from another perspective, and that's a perspective I will speak from. And so I'm not here. When you call me, give me advice, I will listen to you. If I agree with it, I will take it. If I don't, I will just listen to you and make my decision. And that's what the elders told me, the ancestors. They said, Dr. Ayopuda, listen to the people. But not everything that they tell you, you should agree with. Use your intellect. Use your judgment to tell them the way you see the world. And so, tragically, 1 or 2 days ago in our country, there was a crusade in the country, and according to the government officials, they said 29 persons died, including children. And our heart goes out to the family. This should not have happened, but it did anyway. But the question is, what mechanisms do we have in place to avert the reoccurrence of such tragic incidents? People went to pray to God. They went to put their problems before an imaginary deity that they serve. And tragically, they didn't go back home. The parents are grieving. The family members are grieving right now. It's sad for our country. Let me just play a quick video, a little bit of that incident that happened, and then I will make further comments. Let me share the screen with you a little bit so you can see what happened in our country. Little one.
Are you saw people falling? Yes.
But why you here? Why you here? Since
after service or everything, and people started moving outside. Then later on, because our sign at the back there.
okay, that's how they back there.
Yeah. But later on, I saw the whole phone was coming back. Then I saw the guy. I saw one of my workmates with a long collar and with a long neck. They get up with him. So he said,
Long never.
yeah.
So who have it? Who have
The
it?
secret, the AFL people, the AFL, and slap on AFL men.
Oh, okay.
Here the AFL men, that was the rather to from. Here the AFL men started fighting. You see, here the AFL men started fighting. How the AFL men for that time he hit on him.
Okay.
And when I was the first.
And he's now you fight citizens.
Wait, irritate. The individual started it.
Yes. He had the crusade ground. He had something there, AFL jacket on.
Okay.
So you are like an AFL man. You get what I'm saying? So when they were going outside, then those guys were outside, they say, the money you give to different command, you can't give her.
Okay.
So the group of the white Jews that left.
That means they disadvantage you than the Soko.
Yes.
So that's what they said to the crowd.
Yes. So the group that were going outside, they were coming back with running. Then the other group that inside, they were going.
Okay.
But then they brought up together. But the one way entering, the group that were going already, they couldn't go. The other group that coming from the side, they couldn't go. So they brought up together. The whole riot coming from. People started falling down.
So people were falling and
People fainting. People some of the people that are from here. When I'm from the church, they were happy. The people then they got a lot of guys that were here. They got plenty of boys then that were here. That were happy to bring the people then who are 40. Happy bringing the people then who are 40. They were bringing them, carrying them to the pulpit. And they started putting it down. Because my son was scared for the church, but I was a friend. I didn't come on the side. So after that whole thing, then I went back in the house. I holding people. Now as I'm speaking to you now, I got 3 babies at the church compound.
Okay.
3 babies at
the church.
Yeah, well they did find their parents. So they took them, they carried them.
So are they looking for their parents?
Yes. So they stop them, they carry the other guy. I just escort them on now with the people. Oh, the police slept over last night. So we carry the people to the church. The decision of making the announcement.
But is it true that the Zogos were running behind the members of this church with cutlasses?
Of course, I told you I'm a security, right? Even our chief had to tell us that everybody should take on a uniform. Go with uniform. So how to take on our uniform. If you have any other thing to cover, you cover with it.
So where did they come from? The guys who came with the cutlasses and the net, they actually came for money?
Yeah, like I've not interacted with any of them. I can't lie. I didn't interact with any of them. But what I heard from them was the money you give to the men, you have to give our own.
So the men are Pastor Command.
Yeah, they're offering.
So they're offering the collective. So where this place back.
All right, there's a little video over there of the tragic incident. That's a tragedy over there. That's an eyewitness. She's a security officer. She was on the scene. All right, so again, it's a tragedy. I'm out of words. Our sympathy to the families that lost loved ones. It's tough. But I should ask a question. I asked the question on my platform. Where was God during this incident? Where? Your children congregated to seek assistance from you to get your blessings. But the blessing they got from them was grief. People were crying. People were stepped on. That's what they call stampede. You got a group of people going together, and then, animals, it can be animals that were just stepping on pretty much everything. And so 29 persons lost their life. According to the officials of government. And so I was asking, and I think that post generated a lot of comments. People are still commenting. Where was God when his children, this chaotic incident occurred? Was he sleeping? Was he in the shower? Was he attending to something different? So it baffles me, it bothers me when we keep pushing this kind of philosophy on our people. You see, the solution to Liberia problem will not be religion. It will not be religion. It will not be religion. I'll repeat that over and over. You need economic revolution in Liberia to change things, for people to start going to prayer meetings and those things. In the US, I'm not saying people don't do their prayer, but when you have to go to work every morning, you have to pay your bills, you wouldn't go congregate somewhere to be singing and giving somebody offerings and stuff like that. The economic catastrophe that is going on in Liberia is the reason why all these things are going on. A country with less than 6 million people that is endowed with resources, the so-called oldest independent country in Africa, 174 years, and you still have 80 to 90% of the people are still meandering in the valley of poverty. They will go to any prophet or anybody who calls herself or himself prophet. They will go there. People are struggling. A few elements will take the resources of the country and pull it in their pockets and pull it in a bank, local and international bank accounts. And the masses are suffering. what I saw when I went to Liberia, it was heart-wrenching in the country. I could see here they will use all that euphemism in America. They will say optically impaired people, visually impaired people, like brother say blind man or blind woman. I mean, to the extent where a person who has no sight will have to, in order to survive, they will have to walk you around the street begging to survive. And that's how bad it is in the country. Those that are at the huge disadvantage, they are not catered to. If you don't have somebody in government, you are on your own. What kind of country is that? But you have all the resources. But the resources are not being used for the interest. So the people will go to anything. And that con artist, and then, crook can bamboozle the people with lies. And they will take their resources and go and put it in a basket. And the person is, you got all the fancy cars, you got security within and everything else. So, Liberia, what happened the gone time in the country is the dissolution or the disintegration of the law. You see, law is very, very important in any environment. In order for any environment to survive, you need law to work. In the absence of law is chaos, is anarchy. Anybody can do anything to anybody at any time in the absence of law. We have laws in Liberia, the laws are not being enforced. The agency of the various branches of government are supposed to get huge resources. They are not. You need the security sector of the country to get a huge chunk of the budget. But when you look at your country budget, just the 103 men or women in the Capitol building, they got $54 million of the budget. Just one mayor alone, the president, $20 million. But then you expect the country, you expect the people to grow, to develop. No, it's not a magic. Somebody says it's not a voodoo. It's not voodoo economics. No. You need deliberate action to change the condition in the country. The laws are not working to the extent where the guys they call Zogos. I read some girl wrote on Facebook, my friend. Broad daylight, people will go and take somebody personal effects from them. The guys will go and come and attack you in broad daylight. And this is supposed to be a land of liberty. Liberty in the absence of law is mess. It's chaos. The little man will suffer. The children will suffer. The mothers, the women will suffer. Because any gangster who has machete or any object, they will suppress people. So the country, the leaders, they got to put the resources to change the condition. It's not about putting in your offshore and your inshore accounts. No. It's not going to change things like that. It's not. People will go to God and go pray all day. Prayer is not the solution. America is not prospering because people have crusades. Germany is not prospering because the people pray. France is not prospering because the people pray. China is not prospering because the people do fast and prayer. It's deliberate government actions. You have to put in programs that will make the people to focus on that which will improve their life. Other than that, they will go to church meeting. They will waste time on those things. So waste of time. And will continue to lag beyond the rest of the world. It will continue on the trajectory. Yes. In the country, you got sirens all over the place. Somebody will come and everybody gets sirens. They run, boom, 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 2 lane, and the tornado will make it 1 lane because somebody gets some kind of siren over their vehicle. It's a chaos. We need leadership in Liberia. Our hearts go out to the people, to the family. But the laws got to work. No law, you have nothing work. Nothing. Nothing will work in the absence of law. I said absolutely nothing. You are walking because the law of gravity is holding you up. It's a law. If you think the law of gravity doesn't work, go out of the horse and jump and see what will happen. So law is everything. Your vehicle. If you don't put gas in it and put water in it, it will break down. The law is a law that governs the vehicle in order for that vehicle to operate. So with the breakdown of law in the country, it's a mess. So our heart, again, our sympathy to the family, to the loved ones. I mean, I don't know. No need to play the other videos. It's there. I mean, it's terrible. I saw those things. I was like, wow. You're serious? And this should be your country? All right. So now I saw the security, the chief, what you call him, Patrick Suru. Oh, now we'll fight the criminals. We'll get them everywhere. People got to die before this. You can do this, you know. And people will pour the biblical people, they will pour all the BB words around. Omnipotent, omnipresent, omnibenevolent. God loves you. But then you're in your presence, he can't protect you. But then people will still take this thing to their heart. I mean, it's just sad. At what point do you make the decision and say, this thing is not working, let me try something different? All right, let's get to something else here. This one is a tragedy as well. We want to talk about a great man in Liberia, or was in Liberia, the death of Reverend Carpenter. It's a big loss to Sinoe and Liberia. As I was told, and based on my reading, he was a good man. This man right here. He was about 93 years old. Based on my reading, he was born 1929. All right, so it's John Mark Carpenter. I mean, when I was a little boy, I used to hear that name back in the day, like Carpenter. People would say Carpenter. You know, so I didn't know that it was this man, but he has an impressive history in Liberia. He did a lot of good things. He helped a lot of people, including my father, Mr. Zarzar. I was told, my mother was telling me the story yesterday, how he actually helped on Zarzar when he sent Mr. Zarzar to Risk Institute. You know, and after graduation, he wanted to send to the U.S. for further studies, but then Zarzar's father was sick, and so he declined the opportunity. But he was a very, very good man. He was the president for the Liberia Theological Seminary. I think I saw my professor, Reverend Kamo, say he was one, I think, on his tutelage as well. I mean, so a lot of people, he did a lot of good things. I read his profile online. He was in Liberia during the war, and when the war came in 1990, he was asked by the U.S. Embassy to leave the country, and then when he left, I think after about 9 months, he went back. Yes, when the war a little subsided, when ECMO came, he went back to do some humanitarian work in the country. I mean, helping those that were displaced and stuff of that nature. So he was a good man. So, yes, our heart goes out to his family. And our sympathy to the bereaved family. That's a good man. He's a very good man. I think it said the last time he went to Liberia was about 2002. He went to dedicate a library at the seminary, and stuff like that. So that's a good thing. That's a pretty good thing. He taught for several years, giving people theological education. Yes, it was a great man. It was a great man. May his soul rest in peace. Now, the only little criticism issue I have, another thing I read about him, he established about 25 churches. About 25. That's a lot of churches. 25. Establishing churches, it's fine if you are religious people, but imagine that those churches have been like, let's just say, computer institution or factories. You have like 16 county or 15 counties in Liberia. He established about 25 churches. So if you have like a laboratory in Sinoe County, in the Vero counties, it will help the population instead of building all the churches. We'll have that one. When I see people, I'm not saying religious people don't do good things, but I think the propagation of churches, they got to stop. We don't need more churches right now. We need more institutions of learning facilities that will empower the people. We need people in the area of mathematics. We need engineers. We need scientists. Areas. So when people go to Liberia, they say they're building churches and stuff. It just, it is not how we want to change the country. They give people scholarship, but a lot of people, they go learn theology. Do you want to have a bunch of people just preaching, or you want engineers? You want people that will build team, or business people that will create businesses. So we have to downsize a little bit with that religion in our country, because it will not free the country, will not grow the economy. And so may the soul of this great man rest in peace. Yeah, he lived well, 93 years, and that was pretty good. Now, what else I want to talk about here on Voice of Sinoe? Take this out so I don't repeat it. Let's see. Sister Torbor, got that out. So I got those out of the way. Let's see. The next thing I want to talk about here today on Voice of Sinoe. This one here, I will make it a breaking news. I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with ESOTERIC, coming to you from Prosper Park, Pennsylvania, and these United States of America. Also, the breaking news here that says SADO invites President Francess Clarke Myers as special guest. SADO, which is the Sackor Pool-Level Development Organization in Liberia, invites President Francess Clarke Myers as special guest. Now, I saw the communication and I will share with you, but the ambiguity surrounding the communication is the problem. I don't know whether she was invited as the head of the USA or she was invited as an individual. I don't know. And so that's where the ambiguity is. It's not clear. All right. So I will share that communication with you. But the fact of the matter is, it is glaring that President Myers is the president of the union. Anybody somewhere impersonating is nothing but impersonation. You are claiming to be what you are not or who you are not. So the people know their leader. All right. So let me see what I got the communication here. It's not clear here on the screen, so I will read it from my device here and see what it says. Let's see. The communication from the Liberia. Inviting the president of the union. What this girl just. All right, so it says here the communication from Liberia from SADO. Inauguration. Let's see. Let me go to my talking point. You can read it, so I'll just take it out. So I will just read it from a device here. Inaugural committee Sackor, the Portable Development Organization, SADO. Monrovia, Liberia. They got their information, telephone number, everything listed. This was written January the 14th, 2022. They said, dear Madam Francess G. Myers, with sincere compliments and best wishes, the Sackor, a Portable Development Organization, is highly delighted to invite your honor as a special guest at the inauguration of its 10th chairman, Mr. George T. Garteh Jr., and Corps of Officers on Sunday, January 30, 2022, at the precise hour of 2:30 p.m. The inauguration or the inaugural program, which also embeds a mini fundraiser or raising, would take place at the edifice of the G.W. Gissem High School, Capital Bypass, Monrovia, Liberia. As one of the reputable personalities of the community, it is our ardent hope that you who positively honor this invitation, as it is aimed to engendering the agenda of peace, unity, and development. Thanks for your kindest consideration. Very truly yours, Joe S. Yimpan Secretary, Inaugural Committee. I was approved by Margaret K., Chairperson, Inaugural Committee. All right, so this is the communication that was sent to the president of our union. But it just said, dear Madam Francess Clarke Myers. And I don't know whether they were, again, inviting her as an individual or somebody that they revere, because the title is missing here. She's the president, but they say Madam Francess Clarke Myers. So Francess G. Clarke. You know, so we don't know. So that's why I say it is a little too, it's equivocal. It has to be made unequivocal, to be clear. All right. And so I don't know what the due is, but they say the program is Sunday, January the 30th. So I don't know whether the president will be in Liberia or she would send a token over there to the leadership. I'm not too sure because the time is very, but anyway, that's the president. The United Sackor Association, they can just cut her a check and she can buy the ticket and fly over there and see what the people are calling for. Because at the end of the last paragraph, they talk about peace, unity, and development. So I don't know, when they say peace, they try to broker peace. Are they inviting somebody else? Because I listened to Honorable Robert Doe the other time. He said he proposed actually to the chairman-elect and his team to invite Mr. Geleo and President Francess Clarke Myers to Liberia and to see whether they can bring them together. And I explained then that the conflict in the union is not between Francess Clarke Myers and G.Co. Geleo. The conflict is between G.Co. Geleo and the union. And that is why when you look at the lawsuit, it says United Sackor Association versus Green Code Geleo and others. All right. So if the people, they want to broker peace, I think they have to send a delegation to the U.S. The next convention will be August. They can send a delegation here, make sure, impress upon Mr. Geleo to come to the national convention. and not go to an illegal and bogus and pseudo convention in Iowa. All right, and that's the way to start. You come to North Dakota, that's where the next national convention will be held. They can come and make the proposal to the General Assembly, because the decision to go to court was the decision of the General Assembly and not the decision of Francess Clarke Myers. It wasn't the decision of the board of director, the chairman, Mr. Dr. Talley. No, it was the decision of the General Assembly, the highest decision-making body of the organization. And so when the General Assembly congregates again, then they can send a delegation here. And so going to Liberia, it will be a good thing for Mr. Geleo because he likes to dance. And so it will be a good invite for him. His followers in Minnesota, they are good at generating money for green to go dance to Liberia. And while our people are hungry, so that's something that Green will be elated about. But I'm quite sure the Cleopatra of the Sackor Nation, Madam Francess Clarke Myers, is not going to fly to Liberia just to go dance. She was saying, the people said, they talk about development here. It is not made clear what sort of development project they want to tackle. When you're writing something like this, you have, because you say you are doing a fundraiser, and so you have to tell the people the purpose, the telos of the fundraiser. You got to make it clear to the people, because when somebody is paying their money, they want to know what they are spending the money for. And so you have to tell, when you say development, what sort of development project are you undertaking? You have to spell that out in the communication, but that wasn't made clear. But I'm quite sure the president will send a package. She is a great humanitarian, an altruist, quite altruistic. And so she will send something over there to the guys, but I'm not too sure whether she will go there. All right, so that's the breaking news from Liberia. SADO invites the president of our union to go to Liberia for the inauguration of the chairman-elect, Mr. George Garteh. By the way, Mr. Garteh did great. He sent me a communication as well to keep the show rolling. And that's the kind of people I like. Before when you were running for office, I took a shot at him, right? But man, they don't keep speech from me. He said, brother, we don't agree, but hey, keep the show going. So that's a good guy. He's a good guy. And that's what good people do. They don't keep grudges. Hold on, let me see. There's a call coming in here. Let me see. Let's just use the mini speaker. Hello?
Hey,
Jala.
you put there.
Yeah. How you doing, comrade? Welcome to Voice of Sinoe.
Oh, thank you. Welcome.
Thank you. Our great contributor.
Yeah, but before.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, I want to make some clarities on the letter that was sent from the chairman from back home before I go into other duty. Yeah, I wrote a communication to him because I felt that the letter was not genuine coming from his office. Even if Madam President...
What do you mean it's not genuine? What do you mean?
Okay, because our president she is the national president.
Right.
She had a title.
Right.
Even if you are inviting the president, you have to still put her title there, Madam President. You can't just say Francess Clarke Myers or whatever it is. So make it not genuine. So I think the secretary needs to do better. But I spoke to the brother and he stayed full responsible. He take the letter back.
Okay.
Because it was not appropriate to send to the national president of our union. So I communicated with him, and he was very, very kind enough to take it back. So I want to make that clarification.
Okay.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm following.
Okay.
Go ahead. What else?
Okay. And the other thing here is, like you said, sometimes you have to know who on your side, because sometimes people, like I said, the last time we had a meeting and I asked the SADO people, are they ready? The people that gave a position to go after their money, are they going to push them out and just take the chair from under them so they can fall down and they make more out of them? And some of them like, oh yeah, it was a good question. And that's the same thing. Like every day you hear talking about some people saying taking the time off on your work and the children time and all that. But no, some of them don't want to show the sincerity of, or some of them just continuing to carry their lives around. Like this morning, I even shared one video, 5 o'clock, around 4, 5 o'clock this morning when I got our videos and I shared. And this thing, like you said, I always say everything you say, you have a documentation behind it. I've not seen anything. When you say, oh, it's in the speculator room, that means it's not been clear yet, but it's going to be clear. So that every time they're going around carrying this thing here, you want breaking the communities apart and all those things. And the thing that confused me, for me, I'm not in hiding. I got the first thing light all on me is shining. I don't buy them. I don't eat crap with shame. So I say this thing here, but they will turn around and go to somebody who does not use anything. Like, it don't make no sense. I would tell them, say, look, you are doing this, you are doing that, then it will say, oh, that person doing it. So, like I said, we cannot, but it was good that we came up with that idea. Now the people understand. As you can see now, we got 24 people that are watching. They understand the value. Sometimes we have to put our value out there because if you don't sell yourself, nobody will buy you. So, and I appreciate it that you were able to, to put our idea together and come up with it, And my last thing here is, the Minnesotan people, they are confessing. I don't call that one unity. They are confessing to their sin that they are committed against themselves, because not against us, because whatever they did was taking money from the organization that count. It was something that they did against themselves. They think they were doing it to us. And people would say Green is a good guy. Green was not, like a brother was preaching this morning, which I already shared. Maybe you could probably play it.
Yeah, there's the next thing we'll talk about. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I will not go into it until you talk about it because I don't want to override your show. So I will let you be there so you can go ahead. Then everything I will call you later.
Excellent. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. That's Jala Jala. By the way, Jala Jala is a very, very decent gentleman. He's a very good guy. You see, your friends. And that's why I don't have a bunch of friends. I have people that will be on my side, and they will tell me my blind spots. They will ask me the tough questions, and that will not pamper me. No, Jala is a genuine and very good guy. If you don't understand it, brother, the man understands esoteric. So if you're not in that group, you will not understand the brother, but he's a very good guy. He got a good heart. I had a conversation with him. I didn't tell anybody, but Jala figured it out that what I was doing, it was not real. You see, I can tell you what you're doing. That's what I think you're doing, but I know already. But, I'm esoteric too. So Jala is a very decent guy. I'm glad to have such a brother in my corner. Very good guy. Now, let's see what else I have here for you. This one too, I will call it a breaking news. All right, I'll call this a breaking news, and we'll be right back. Yeah, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The breaking news is Honorable Zarzar sends Morris Sackor to Ghana for advanced status. This is very important. This is significant because I think the liberation of Liberia, liberation of SADO County, is contingent upon the mental liberation of the people. We have to be free from their mind. So, but what that means is we have to have more people, if not all, are having some sort of formal education. And that's what I was gravely and deeply disappointed in our former president, Mr. Geleo. He had this golden opportunity. The people gave him money. They approved 12 students, and the brother did something different. this would have been the greatest legacy for Green Kodrio. How he educated 12 students. How he done that, even the second term, the people who are giving additional names to people to educate. So he will educate a lot of people, but the guy has his own agenda. It's about Palava House and guest houses and all those things. If you have educated people, they can build Palava huts all over the place. You will not have to build Palava huts for them. Empower the people with knowledge. If somebody's a computer engineer, he will not ask you to build Palava huts for him. He wouldn't ask you to buy water. He will not come to you. And so when I see our lawmaker of Sinoe County, Honorable Zarzar, empowering young people, it makes me happy. Even though some young people, when the man empowers them, they later on turn against him. But hey, that's life. Like, take for example, the other guy, the Ghana man, Otelo Kojo, he went with the papa before the man sent him to school. He got 2 masters. Later on, he went behind the corrupt man, Tiaje. You know, but the fact of the matter is, Honorable Zarzar liberated him. He's not a liability to anybody. The man is independent now. And so that's what the lawmaker is doing. Morris Sackor is the secretary in his office. And he says, son, you have to go for advanced studies. So let me see what Morris himself wrote, okay? Morris himself wrote something. Here's what he wrote. Morris said, it was 9 hours ago when I did a screenshot. So he said, the title, the University of Cape Coast, UCC, Ghana. He said, orientation went great today. Thanks to Honorable Matthew G. Zarzar for being instrumental and supportive in the processes leading to my acquiring this great opportunity to be a student of Master of Philosophy in Arts Education at this great world-ranking university, #1 in West Africa. Among the first number 10 in Africa. My family and I will remain forever grateful to this great leader who prioritizes education above everything else. It takes a few leaders like Honorable Zarzar to have someone working with you without relationship link. And said person is allowed to be on job while studying abroad. Thanks, Da. You are truly a humanitarian. I'm forever grateful. I mean, the words are precise and to the point. The guy spoke from the bottom of his heart. You can feel the sincerity of this young man, Morris Sackor. The man said something at the bottom. He said, I am studying abroad, and Honorable Zarzar still got me on payroll so that I'll be able to take care of my family that I left back home. So that Morris Sackor, very bright young man, a man who I went to Liberia. He graduated from the University of Liberia, magna cum laude, smart guy. And so imagine if we're doing this, I mean, as an organization. Another young, smart, Sapo guy I met the other time, Lester Glad. But he on Facebook and supporting Green. Green's supposed to be giving a bright young man, I think he got chemistry degree or something from the University of Liberia. We have to identify these young people, send into they got good schools in Africa over there. Liberia on the system is messed up. But Cape Coast, Africa got good universities. We can send these young people there to build our children. But people will be wasting time in building palava huts in the desert. Come on, people. And that's why I'm so surprised and flabbergasted that Madam Rose, whom I revered, I respect that lady. But the woman is happy about supporting Geleo for palava huts. And the woman is a nurse. And she's not saying, let's educate our women. Let's get these girls because they are the greater disadvantage in the country or in the county. But Madam Rose is joining Green, the building palava huts, and they're happy about these things. And the one dark side you put and not to talk about it, that's all you divide in the community. Yes, I want to. Until you do the right thing, I will not stop. Let's educate our people. Again, I will repeat agnoxium. Israel, America is not paying attention to Israel because the people are beautiful. Because the people, they got beautiful ladies or whatever the case may be. The America is paying attention to Israel because the people are educated. They control the U.S. economy here. But we are here in America, and somebody will sit down in America. An organization bearing the name or in which Dr. Yopoda says, and they say, oh, we are on guest houses. You're building houses for guests. And your people, mosquito injecting them with plasmodium. The people are sick. No medication in the hospitals. And somebody is celebrating guest house. Was the organization established to take care of guests or your people? And I will always repeat this. Why don't you Johnson and boy know how to put roof over the people's houses? It will make sense. Instead of you building houses for yourself when you come from America, so mosquito can buy you. When Francess left the other day, she went to the people that I think Vasco, one of the guys, slept there. Let empower the people. Once you give them that economic strength, that knowledge, there will not be liability to you. But again, the philosophy of some of these people keep the people ignorant and control them. That's what some of the guys believe, like Green Coat, Geleo, and others. They will go there and beat their chest. We the sophisticated people. And they can't get the people scholarship. And so I'm grateful to Honorable Zarzar for making this major decision to educate our son. For good or for bad. That's what we need. So Morris, we wish you well in your studies, brother. We wish you success. When you come back, be an asset to your people. Be a blessing to your people, brother. Don't be the other people that will use their education to suppress their people. Like Othello Kojo. Othello Kojo, he got 2 masters and joining a man who was declared guilty for corruption. That's a misuse of education. And so Morris, follow his writing on Facebook, and he wants to be a minister of education in Liberia to empower his fellow citizens. And so that's why, ladies and gentlemen, 2023, let us elect Honorable Matthew Zarzar. Because again, the man does not want money like other people are doing. They want to put money in their pocket and buy BB rings and walk around. You see him doing those things? Or buy BB. The man wants to empower the people, the young generation, so they can take over when he leaves. And not people that want to have cars and build personal motel and hotel for himself. So elect Honorable Zarzar for education and empowerment of our people, which his greatest enemy, I should say, TJ himself can validate. TJ, what Honorable Zarzar, what did he do when it comes to education? Tell us.
Representative from constituency number 3 in Sinoe, Honorable Zarzar. Before Zarzar became a representative, there was no high school outside of Greenville. And through his work, we have a high school representative from constituency number 3 in Sinoe, Honorable Zarzar. Before Zarzar became a representative, there was no high school outside of Greenville. And through his work, we have a high school in Zarzar. Am I hearing those?
So that's a kind of thing we want to hear about our leaders, okay? To the point where your biggest enemy will praise you for doing the right thing. That's what we want. So we want to say congratulations on Honorable Zarzar. Let us elect Honorable Zarzar for better Sinoe. You know how you better Sinoe? By empowering the people with knowledge. Give the people knowledge. They will not be beggars. How many times you see Othello Kojo coming to your house? No, the man will not come to your house. He is empowered. And that's what Mr. Zarzar wants. But our brothers and sisters, some of them, and they are being fooled by the crook Garteh, and they're following all over the place. They're listening to him. The man that will go on radio and argue that the SADO County Development Funds should not be used to educate our children. And for 2 to 3 semesters, they're arguing over that. And somebody will be in their right mind supporting that person. You must be psychologically impaired to support somebody who is depriving you education, knowledge. The man will argue. No, the county development fund should not be used because when the children graduate, they don't want to in the county. So they should be ignorant. And so that's how whack that guy thinks. And people they're worshiping him. What is wrong with our people? But I'm glad that Mr. Zarzar will beat TJ. I can go to bed and sleep any day and be comfortable because the people of SADO County, they don't want somebody who will deprive their children education. They don't want somebody who is on tape and say, corruption power, I get it. I can't deny. I will not get Patricia more car that I stole from her. No, you don't want that. Your leader is the reflection of you. And the people blundered. 2014 or 2017. And they brought this guy to themselves. And so it's getting clearer and clearer by the day that the people themselves, they're making major decisions that will change it. Because the decision you make 2023 will determine where your life goes. You either remain where you are or you go backwards. Or you make some progress based on the decision you make. Because this guy got 9 years and he doesn't care for you, and you gave him additional 9 years, what will happen to you? Tell me. Listen to him a little bit. That the man that some people are campaigning for. Listen to what the man is saying.
7 charges against me. 6 of them criminal. 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 7 charges.
I mean, imagine that. A lawmaker is telling you the people levied 7 charges against me, and 6 of them they were criminal charges. That what the man himself telling you that 7 charges against me, and 6 of them criminal. That's the man you're gonna elect as your leader. He's telling you I'm a criminal. The people indicted me. They put 7 charges on me, and 6 of those charges were criminal charges. That's what the man telling you. Listen to him again. Don't listen to me. That the man the people campaigning for.
2013 in Sinoe, I was sued for buying a piece of land from someone who was not a legitimate owner and bidding on that land. 2013 in Sinoe, I was sued for buying a piece of land from someone who was not a legitimate owner and bidding on that land. 2013 in Sinoe, I was sued for buying a piece of land from someone who was not a legitimate owner and bidding on that land.
Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, imagine the man is telling you 2013 you were taken to court. Well, let me see what else somebody wants to participate here. Hello?
Hi, Mr. Freeman.
Hello?
Hi, is this Mr. Freeman?
No. I don't know who's that. Hello, guys. Yeah, I don't know who calling. It's speaking Syrio. So the man is telling you 2013 he was indicted. All right. He was indicted for buying a land from somebody who is not legitimate owner. He said the person is not a legitimate, he's not a real owner. He bought the land, he built on it. Now the man telling you that. Listen to him one more time.
2013 in Sinoe, I was sued for buying a piece of land from someone who was not a legitimate owner and building on that land.
Imagine, he bought a land for somebody who is not the legitimate owner and he built on the land. So the man, he just told you they slammed 7 charges on him. And 6 of them, they were criminal charges. Don't take it from me. Listen to him again.
7 charges against me. 6 of them criminal. 7 charges against me. 6 of them criminal. 7 charges against me. 6 of them criminal. 7 charges against me.
I mean, imagine, this is the man that people are campaigning for. He telling you this. The man himself is telling you this. Listen to the other one. Listen what he's saying.
Not. Now let me repeat. I will not give Patricia Flomo any car. Not. Now let me repeat. I will not give Patricia Flomo any car. Not. Now let me repeat. I will not give Patricia Flomo any car. Not. Now let me repeat. I will not give Patricia Flomo any car. Not. Now let me repeat. I will not give Patricia Flomo.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, do you want Honorable Zarzar, who is sending our children out of the country to get advanced education, or you want a man who is telling you he took somebody's car and you will not get the car back? So the decision is yours, 2023, to either put the man who is telling you they put 7 charges on me and 6 of them they are criminal charges. I will not give Patricia from a car to her. Okay? It's up to you. So again, I want to say thank you to Honorable Zarzar for doing what he is doing, sending our children out of the country to get better education to come and contribute to the society. That's what we want. And that is what I want in my organization here as well. I do not want a leader who will be building palaver huts, town halls, and nurses' quarters. No, those are not our priorities right now. No. I told you before, those things, they are called geographical decoration. We are only embellishing the land and we are not building the people. We have to build the people psychologically, intellectually. And these people in return, they will build any palaver huts that Green Kogio wants or Mana Rose wants. Mana Rose can build palaver hut anytime she wants. Guess what? She's a nurse. She's making good money. All right. So we want to say kudos to Honorable Zarzar. Let's proceed to something else. Well, the next one here too, I will make you a breaking news. I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with Zarzar, put the esoteric on a stool by the chosen field. All right, so this one we'll call reconciliation is sought when the law pinches. Reconciliation is sought when the law pinches. You know, I spoke from the beginning, I talk about law, right? In the absence of law, nothing works. Both men will call it anarchy, they will call it chaos. I mean, you got different jargons you can use. So we started first from the beginning. We got different teams, different people that set up to broker peace in the union. From the elders to the youth to the queen to other community leaders to leaders in Liberia and all of that, to no avail. Our leader then thinks that he is a king. And so whatever the people tell him, he's not going to listen because he is the man. Okay. So now we went through the struggles we're going to how many years now? Our people are sitting down. And so the people went to Florida and they decided and say, you know what, since everybody trying to do it the African way, our way, and it didn't work, go to the mighty law of the United States, go through the law and get our money from the God and seek justice for the people. And so the lawsuits were filed. From the beginning, there was what I call a logical celebration election. They were celebrating for whatever reason. We don't know because it's all about, that's what they think about, to dance. They're a bunch of dancers. Excuse me, guys. And so we went through the process and now the money has been secured. Remember one of the videos, audios from Mana Ross? Oh, everybody's complaining about the money, and so the security of the money is paramount. Even though Mana Ross, the woman, the same woman gave her, like brother man said, Bakay, right? And say, you know, I would talk $28,060 from the $90,000, and the people say we shouldn't touch. Yeah, she on audio. I'm not manufacturing anything. Because anything that I talk here, my credibility is on the line. Other people, their credibility on the line too. So I would not come here and propound something that is fictitious, that is fallacious, that is lie. No, I wouldn't do that. Because I cannot be criticizing people at TJ that have no integrity. And I will put myself in the mud of dishonorability. And so the lawsuit was filed and everything. We went from the IOTA account to everything else. And now the brother of President Geleo, the Reverend Paul Geleo, before we came here, before he came and took a bunch of mendacities or lies, and those lies were debunked by the great Dr. Ayopoda ESOTERIC. So the man went in coma for a while. Now, the lawsuit is pinching the guys now. You know, when you wear something, you know, fit you, it's squeezing you, right? I mean, the lawsuit was literally choking the guys. And so, I should have added an adjective to that one and say pseudo-reconciliation. It's a fake one, but I don't think it's fake. It's genuinely, the lawsuit is genuinely pressing the guys, especially financially. Because when you deprive people resources, then of course we're going to do what we can too to put an economic strain on you. So the law is tightening the grip on the guys now. And so Mr. Reverend Paul Geleo came out and he said, we want reconciliation, we want to reconcile. Now the money is out of the possession. Something is not right. Something is not right. And you say, something is not right. Hey guys, something is not right. Yeah, I see my viewers dropped radically. What's going on here? I think something happened again to my video. I think so. Something went wrong somewhere. Oh man, what is going on here? Let me call my man Jala here and see what this show is on mute. Hey, Jala, am I live to you?
Yes, you are. You clear too. Everything's.
Yeah, but my viewer just dropped radically. I just only got one person I'm seeing from my end.
Oh, Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what the other people are seeing me.
Yeah. I see. I see 8 here.
No, the 8 at the top there is the people that love the stuff. Like that hate. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. For some reason, the number is not even showing.
I only seen one person, just myself, I think, or maybe you. Let me call somebody else and see. Let me call somebody else. Yeah. Yeah, V.
Yeah.
Are you watching the show?
I'm not even seeing it anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because like something went wrong somewhere. What will happen? What had the other day? Because my viewer just went away. I had a 20-some more person watching. Let me see if Francess calling here. Hello? Yeah.
Well, your video again.
That's what I'm saying. Now I'm calling people to see what's going on. We can, yeah, the team, somebody reported again or something. I don't know.
Wow, I think something happened to the equipment. You can check.
Matter of fact, it has nothing to do with the equipment. Everything running fine.
All right.
Yeah, somebody reported something. Hold on, let me see. Hello?
Yeah. I'm not seeing it. It disappeared.
Yeah, they put the days on it. Yeah.
Didn't break. I said, it's not even on your page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think somebody reported it again. That's because I didn't do anything yet. I had no.
You thought about money? You thought about any money or something?
Nope, I didn't talk about any money.
So why would they take it down? I think I Facebook or I think something else. So they reported Facebook. Don't just say people thing down because someone reported it again investigating.
Oh, let me see.
All right, talk to you later.
Hello?
Yeah. I can see you. Why the other people can see you? Jeez, all right. If you put it down, then everyone of us can see you.
Yeah, but on YouTube it's working, but on Facebook, and that's where the problem is.
Do you know why you watching it from
Facebook?
On the tablet? Which device you watching it on?
My laptop.
Okay, it's going to take a while before you take effect on your side. But when I using phone, the whole thing disappears. It's not even on your page. Use your phone and see, and go on your page and go see.
Wow. Hold on.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was saying it to myself, just see 0 comment, and it just disappeared.
Yeah, it's in somebody, my college ability also told me and said the video is removed.
What? Oh, they're saying the video are being removed?
Yeah, my college ability is telling me too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not on your page. It's like removed. Totally.
Oh wow, I have no idea what's going on here. Because not everything is working on my side. I mean, I don't know if Facebook is the issue. And I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't post.
No, you did not.
So people don't want to.
I can't remember you using any word because in Negro, I know that when you use there are certain words.
Let me see. Hey, baby. Yeah.
What happened? The show disappear?
Yeah, I don't know. Now everybody calling me. I don't know what's going on.
I've seen it first, but now I can see it.
Yeah, somebody did something. I think they reported or something or other thing. Yeah, I don't know what I did wrong.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
So we just play a whole video like that?
What?
If someone reports you, just close and shut the video down?
Yeah, when somebody reported, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know, right? I don't know.
I found it. I see.
Okay. Yeah, guys, I don't know. I have to end the show here. I mean, on YouTube, it's playing. Both of you telling me I'm live on YouTube.
Yes, guys.
I'm missing on YouTube. I see.
Yeah,
Go on YouTube. Go on YouTube. Don't end the show. Go on YouTube. Switch to YouTube.
I'm on YouTube already. I don't know how to switch, but the Facebook viewers, because a lot of viewers are on Facebook. They are now on YouTube.
They need to start going there now.
Yeah, so yeah, I do what I'll be doing it through YouTube now for the local things. Yeah.
No, but I show that, yeah.
What happened?
I said, I'll show that on Facebook.
Yeah, everybody calling me now.
Yeah, they're hearing us too on YouTube.
Yeah, I know everybody hearing.
Everybody hearing us on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm not on YouTube, but I'm still hearing you.
I don't know. Let me see. And Antonio Garteh, it's a teleconference now.
Yeah, we're on teleconference now, right?
No, I was on a show before that hearing people saying I seen you on Facebook. But I'm on, I'm still hearing you.
All right, let me play the video. Let me play the video. What I do?
Assemblée, à problème, tout sagrément. À Guidoba, à Gabuja, tout sagrément. À Guidoba, à problème, tout sagrément. Assemblée, à Gabuja, tout sagrément. I'm on derivo, in carry the wow. I'm on blemo, I'm on derivo, I said I get a gire. Watch out, we want peace and unity. Watch out. Together, love is the reason why we live. Love is the only thing that brings us together. Watch out, we want peace and unity. Watch out, we always come together. Love is the reason why we live. Love is the only thing that brings us together. I say keragire, amude mule. I say fonagire, amude mule. Fompa segin mo. Si apoliabo. Sansan segin mo. Si apoliabo. Yes yeah. Angele. Yes yeah. Angele. Watch out, we want peace and unity. Watch out, we always come together. Love is the reason why we live. Love is the only thing that brings us together. Watch out, we want peace and unity. Watch out, we always come together. Love is the reason why we live. Love is the only thing that brings us together. Don't second mo, don't second mo, don't second mo. I get to blow. I'm on derivo, in carry the wow.
All right, guys. I don't know what the case is, but we'll talk to you later. I'll be right back.